Kristen here. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and if you would like to see my updated foundation and eyebrow routine, then stay tuned. I did them both in one video because I didn't feel like doing 2 videos. So if you would like to see both of those in-depth routines, then stay tuned. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Benefit Browsings, in the color medium. And first what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the gel on my brows, and then I'm going to use the powder. The powder kind of, the powder sets the gel just like if you were to set a foundation. So that's what I'm going to use first on my brows. And stay tuned if you want to see how. As you can see, my brows are a little bit bushy. I even have some hairs that are growing in that are too short to pluck right now. So what I'm going to do first is just kind of brush them down. Brush them the way I want them to go. Now the thing with brows is that you kind of just want to accentuate the shape. You don't really want to draw an arch that's not completely there. I don't have an arch really. I just arch it a little bit right here, but nothing too over the top where it looks too fake. So I'm just going to brush that right there. And then next up I'm going to take that brow gel and just fill in where the hairs are. I'm not going to go any lower. I'm not going to go any further, just where the brows are, to kind of lay the hairs down. Some tools that come with the Benefit Browsings, and it is this brush. I just use this tool right here. It does the job very, very well. So that's what I'm going to use to put on my brows, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. The gel on my brows, on the on the brush, and I'm just gonna go out of focus here, and it's just gonna lay the hairs down. Like I said, I'm not gonna go, I'm just laying the hairs down that are already there. And there we go. It's nothing too dramatic. It's just, laying the brows so I can get ready to put the powder on it. So let's get started with the powder. The same brush that had the spoolie on it has this end right here, and I'm going to take that and use it for my brows. I'm going to dip it into the powder and then start right here and go all the way to the tail end, and then I will bring it out further right here. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to dip it in that powder. And then what I'm going to do is just start underneath. And then work my way up. I want to fill all this part in before I go to the tail end of the brow. And I just add more product as you need it. And then I bring it down. You want your brows to go right here and right there. That is the guide for your brows. There we go. And I'm going to add some more. I'm definitely not finished with this brow. And then I'm going to turn it like this. And where the hairs meet, just go like that. Now, without adding any more product to the brow, I'm going to bring it out here and just blend it in. And there, it meets right there. And so I am going to add a little bit more powder to this right here, and then I will show you how I clean up underneath my brow. Okay, now that my brow is basically done with the powder aspect, I'm going to use this brush right here, and I'm going to put it in some concealer. It's very, very flat, and line the bottom of my brows. And the concealer I use is Sonia Kashuk. in the color 08 medium. And I'm going to use this shade right here. I want the same color as my skin tone because I'm not wearing any eyeshadow today, so I wanted just basically the same color. So I'm going to dip that in there, the brush in there, and then I will show you how I line the bottom of my brows. Sorry, got a brain fart. So I've lined the bottom of my, I lined the brush with the concealer, and what I'm going to do is just clean all this up. And those hairs that are like at an awkward stage where they can't grow in, that is going to conceal that. Now if I were wearing eyeshadow, I would just use an eyeshadow primer, but a concealer works just as nice. And there we go. We are still not done with the brows. I'm going to do the top, but I'm going to save that for after I do my foundation. I will show you exactly what I mean by that. So now I'm going to do my other brow, and I will come back and show you my foundation. Alright, so my brows are done. Like I said before, your eyebrows are sisters, they are not twins, okay? So I naturally have a higher arch on this brow than I do on this brow, but I don't make them match because that looks too unnatural. I just accentuate the natural arch of both of my brows. So those are my brows. Let me get up close so you guys can see my brows. And with that concealer, it just lines them up very, very nicely. They look cleaned up very well. Those little hairs, you can't really see them. That's the only thing I hate about plucking is that you have to wait until they get long enough to pluck them. But those are my brows. And so now I am going to get into my foundation routine. First thing, I want to show you my bare skin, okay? I think it's important to show bare skin so you can see how well foundation works. Okay, it's obvious I don't have perfect skin. I don't know anybody who does. Okay, it's obvious I have dark around here. I am a person of color, so it is natural that it is dark around the lips. No, I don't have a lot of color, but I am a person of color. I'm black, okay? So there's always going to be some darker pigmentation down here. I had acne all throughout my teenage years, so I have you know, acne scarring and everything. I'm showing you this because I want to show you how good this foundation works and how I don't really have to use concealer while using this foundation. So if you want to see my foundation routine, then stay tuned. Okay, so the foundation that I am using is the foundation I used in my last video when I showed you my everyday tutorial, and it is this e.l.f. HD mattifying cream foundation in the color Sand. It looks like this. Very, very pretty. It is a little light, but I do make it work. I've mentioned this before. And the brush that I will be using is this brush right here from Real Techniques. It is a expert face brush. I use it for bronzing and for foundation. The reason I use it for both is because my bronzer is darker, so when it mixes with my foundation, it makes it a lot more wearable. So let's get started with my foundation. What I do is I basically just dip it in here. Is it the most sanitary thing? No, but it's my makeup. I'm not letting anybody use it, but it's no different than pumping out your foundation onto a brush. I guess it is, but it will be different if someone else were using my makeup. Since they're not, it's just me. And I clean my brushes very frequently. I sanitize my makeup, especially if I knew I had a cold or whatever. Sanitizing it, get a little bit of alcohol, mix it with 3 parts water, spray it, you disinfect your makeup. There's a tip for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip it in like this, get some on that brush, and what I am going to do is just put it on one side of my face. So I just go like this. I'm just stippling on and blending as I stipple. And then I just rub it in. You want to be careful not to mess up your brows. and get into your hairline. It's okay. You're gonna wash your face anyway. And I look crazy right now. You're gonna wash your face anyway, so get into your hairline. And I just want to show you the coverage. And like, I know it looks a little light, but I got a pressed powder and a bronzer. It's gonna work out. So I don't need any comments saying if that is just too light. I know this, but I just want to show you the coverage from this side to that side. Look at the coverage. So yeah, gonna continue to do the other side of my face, and I will be right back. Now, before I put my pressed powder on and my bronzer, I'm going to take the concealer and I'm going to do the top of my brows, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. I'm going to take that same color I used to define the bottom of my brows, and I'm going to do it to define the top. And what I'm going to do is just, let's just go along the top. And then just blend out. And don't worry if it's a little lighter. I'm going to correct all that with setting powder. And that is it. I'm going to continue to blend this in, but I don't want to keep you guys waiting all day. Okay, we are all done with my foundation, and I did my brows, and like I said, I'm going to take a pressed powder, and I just have this e.l.f. pressed powder in light beige that I got from, it's from the e.l.f. Essentials, and it's kind of hard to tell. I really like this pressed powder. It's cheap, it does the job, and whatnot. And this big fluffy brush is from from Real Techniques. There we go. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Hello, so here is the finished look. Bright, bold, vampy lips. The lips I used are from Makeup Academy's. It is called Magenta, and I will show you what it looks like right there. And what else? Sorry, I'm looking over there. I used NARS's Laguna and Orgasm. You guys have all seen this. And my eyeliner is this NYX gel liner, which I absolutely love, in black. And there is my face. I really love it, and I love this look because it's a matte finish, and I am all into mattes for this fall and winter season. So that is my face, and like, as I told you, I fixed it. See, it's not too much lighter, but it was a lot more lighter earlier. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, or if there's a product that I mentioned in one of my videos that you would like for me to review, please leave them down below, and until next time, you all take care.